Hey guys, welcome back to another knife review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Kershaw AM-4. It's an Almar design, made by Kershaw. I personally have never really messed around with Almar designs too much, but this is kind of a good gateway in to kind of see what it's like. It's pretty affordable, so we'll take a look and see how Kershaw interprets this design. Let's take a look at the specs that I care about. Alright guys, so taking a look at the specs that I care about here, we're looking at a 3.5 inch satin finished hollow ground spear point blade, 8CR13 MOV blade steel. We've got G10 on show side. Frame lock is stainless steel, and you've got a deep carry pocket clip that is only right hand carry, tip up. Let's see, weight on it is just over 3 ounces. Blade thickness is your 0.11 inches or just over or just under 3 millimeters. Yeah, that's about it. We'll get right into the blade. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the blade here. I'll go out and say I'm a fan of the design of the blade. It's a longer, thinner spear point blade, and it's not too thick. That tells me it's gonna pierce well. It's hollow ground, so on top of the blade not being super thick, it's also hollow ground. Slicing's pretty decent. Not amazing, but decent. So it's good at piercing, decent at slicing. Not bad for everyday stuff. I'm not going to pretend to know like I know a whole lot about, tactical blades or self-defense blades, but maybe it'll work there. I don't know, because it's kind of slick, but I look at these knives more of an EDC standpoint. So yeah, you get your sharpening choil here. Pretty nice, because as you can see here, there's still a bit of messed up edge. We'll have to sharpen that out, but at least it's going to be less of a pain in the ass with that in there. Jimping is pretty good, actually. Jimping is fairly sharp. You get a positive grip on there, so that's great. You get this swedge up here at the front to thin the blade out on the top portion here, which again helps with piercing style cuts. Yeah, all in all, I like the design. I like the choices they made with the blade here. So already we're starting off the knife on a good look. So all that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the handle of the knife. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the handles. Right away, you can see the green G10. It's a smooth G10. I like it. I like the way it looks. I'm not super crazy on thinking a knife has to have so much traction, so it being smooth doesn't bother me. Like I said, I just like the looks of it. On the flip side here, you just get a black stainless steel frame lock. Yeah, it is what it is. Pretty average stuff going on there. Deep carry pocket clip that Kershaw usually uses. I'm a fan of it. I've said it a couple times that I'm a fan of the way that Kershaw does their deep carry clips. Said it before, even though the screws aren't countersunk, you still get more than enough room there to get your pants pocket all the way in. So not a big deal there. It's put in a good spot where most of the knife will be concealed in your pocket. So you get these red standoffs here for the back spacers, or just standoffs. Thought it was a little bit of a weird kind of tri-way color pattern with green, the red, and the black, but it doesn't really bother me too much. Let's see here. You get kind of a half stainless liner in there, nested into the G10. It's not full and it looks pretty thin, so that's how they're able to get away with the lower weight. I'd say 3 ounces for a knife or a blade length of 3.5 inches is pretty good. Even I would say that's kind of erring on the side of light rather than average. So pretty good job there with the weight. Like I said before, knife is only set up for right hand carry, tip up. So that's kind of nice in the way that it makes this smooth G10 look, uniform and don't have the extra pocket screw holes. But if you're a person that likes to carry it on left side, I guess you're gonna miss out there. Otherwise, the ergonomics are fine. I wouldn't say they're good or spectacular. You get a full 4-finger grip on the knife. The flipper tab kind of acts as a guard of sorts, and the jimping is decent. So all things considered, you get a good grip on the knife. No real hot spots or anything that I notice, at least. But yeah, just a average to good handle on the knife. So there you have it. There's the handle. Now let's go ahead and take a look at action and fit and finish. All right, guys, so taking a look at action and fit and finish here. It's your typical budget Kershaw, so there's bound to be some misses here somewhere. Nothing too bad, though. So you'll see blade is a little bit off-centered. Can't really be helped too much if I tighten down. It just wants to move a little bit further over. If I tighten down too much, then it becomes too hard to actuate the speed safe. Loosen it up. It still doesn't really come over. It just develops blade play. So I've just come to terms with the fact that this knife is not perfectly centered. So kind of a pet peeve of mine, as I've stated before, but not a total killer here. The speed safe works pretty well. It's feels a little bit on the lighter side when you deploy it, but maybe that just has to do with the positioning of the flipper tab and kind of the length of the blade, but feels a little bit light to me. Not a huge deal because it works, but thought I would mention it. Other than that, the machining and everything seems to be okay. I mean, it's not a super precise or anything, but everything seems to match up pretty well. There's no glaring issues that I can see. And yeah, other than blade centering, that's really the only miss on this knife so far as quality control and manufacturing. Like I said, the speed safe, as far as the action goes, it is what it is. I mean, you're not going to get an amazing action. The speed safe kind of just sets it at that level, and you can't go beyond it. I mean, it is what it is. If you're getting this knife, you're most likely just going for a user anyways, not something that's going to be necessarily high quality. So there you go. Action and fit and finish on the Kershaw AM-4. Let's go ahead and see what my overall thoughts are on the knife, and then we'll kind of shut it down. All right, guys, so taking a look at my overall thoughts on the knife. It's a $28 to $30 Kershaw knife, so in terms of material, construction, action, you're getting a $28 to $30 Kershaw knife. The win here, I think, is in the design. And now, obviously, like I've stated, this isn't a Kershaw design. This is an Almar design that is being produced by Kershaw. So kind of a budget version. So it's if you kind of had your eye on an Almar knife and you wanted to kind of test out just the general design to see if it's something you would like, then I think this would be a good option to pick up to see if you want to make that investment to get a more expensive knife. If you haven't and you're just kind of looking at this type of design for the first time and thinking you kind of like it, I would say go for it for sure. Design-wise, this is on the upper end of especially this price range for what you would see from Kershaw. So definitely better looking, and just maybe performance-wise even, I would say, in terms of just pure design, it is better than most Kershaws you would see. So there you go. Strangely enough, I like it. I'm not in love with it, but I do like it. I think it's great. Definitely, I would say I wouldn't spend more than 30 on it, but it's a good design. It's good that Kershaw can make it while still keeping the cost down. And like I said, one of the main things I like is the weight. Longer blade, less weight, deep carry clip. It'll just be easy to carry if you want a larger EDC knife. So there it is, guys. That's the Kershaw AM-4. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new or if you're returning and haven't done so yet. I appreciate all your support. You'll find the link in the description. Also, in the description, you'll find a link to my Instagram profile. Go ahead and give me a follow. You can interact with me on Instagram and kind of see some behind the scenes stuff. So go ahead and do that as well. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.